Is that the house?
Yeah.
Okay, just pull over here.
Quiet with that door.
Got it. You got it okay?
Yep.
Nothing on the roof.
Okay.
Just go for the door.
Okay, what you got there?
That's a dead bone.
Oh, yeah, can you handle that thing?
No problem.
Good. Oh, yeah, piece of cake.
Let's get to work.
Fact. There is a burglary every 8 seconds. Fact. There is a robbery every 58 seconds. Fact. There is an aggravated assault every 48 seconds. Fact. A forcible rape occurs every 6 minutes. Fact. 1 out of 3 homes is burglarized each year. That is a cause for alarm. Yet, in spite of these facts, many people simply do not feel threatened. You've heard it before. Maybe you've even said it before. We live in a safe neighborhood. The neighbors always keep an eye out for trouble. We're lucky it's never happened in our neighborhood. We're thinking of moving anyway. We're only renting. We live in the country where there's no city crime. I'm not concerned. I have deadbolts. You know what? They're all dead wrong. Here are a few more facts. All crime, including residential, is on the rise. In fact, in spite of all police efforts, violent crime has quadrupled in the past 20 years. It's a fact. We are losing the battle against crime. Criminals have no fear of being punished because increasingly they're getting away with it. What's more, for years, burglars have been telling researchers, journalists, anyone who would listen, just how they go about making their living.
Most of us are careful. We know where we're going and what we're after. You know, a lot of people think we're stupid for what we do, but on the most part, our jobs are well planned and thought out. Yeah, we pretty much know what's going on in the neighborhood and what's likely to be in the homes when we hit them. Chances are, sooner or later, one of us will probably get around to you. Most professionals are usually unarmed because armed robbery carries more time. But you got to remember, there's a lot of burglars out there who aren't professionals. There's a lot of creeps and addicts who are breaking into places. And a lot of times they're armed and probably crazy. Well, we like to work in the dark, away from the street or neighbors. We like hollow core doors, and you know, if there's a window next to the door, that's good too. Burglars working fast. We'll grab anything in plain sight that has any value and can be moved easily. Don't try to stop a burglar. If you do, you'll have to do something. If it was me, I'd try to escape either around or through you. But if I've got a gun or knife, you're in trouble. Well, you want to know how you can protect yourself and your property? That's easy. Loud noises and bright lights. You know, most burglars, even the dumb ones, know that they're in trouble if the neighbors wake up or they have to get away with the lights on.
One more fact. You are vulnerable. And since we're dealing with facts and not suppositions, it's fair to say that your biggest risk may be in doing nothing. A confrontation with a burglar is something that should be avoided at all cost, but what can you do? Obviously, the police can't do it for you. Your neighbors, well-meaning though they may be, probably won't. Your best solution is prevention, and there is a system available that is specifically designed to prevent break-in. And no, it's not a combat-grade barbed wire fence. And it's not an interior space system that makes noise after the burglar is already in, nor is it a mechanical device that tries to lock them out. It is the AmGuard Perimeter Alarm, a high-technology, low-cost method of protecting your home and property by providing the things burglars fear most, loud noises and bright lights, before they ever get in your home or apartment or business. Note we called it the AmGuard Perimeter Alarm System. What we mean by perimeter alarm is simply that it is designed to begin protecting you at the perimeter of your home, outside, before an intruder gets in. What's more, this is a perimeter alarm you can afford because it uses a highly sensitive broadcast technology. You do not have to run hundreds of feet of wire all over your house, and you don't have to pay for the copper wire or the labor to put it in. This is the heart of the system. A small, attractive console that lets you control every aspect of your security system, right down to your own personal security code. There are 5 operational choices, 3 alarm choices, internal and external annunciators, timed outlets and alarm outlets for lights, radio, record player, whatever, and battery backup in case of a power failure. The console monitors the sensors and transmitters which are connected to the console not by wire, but by your own preset coded transmitting signal. Each transmitter has its own battery and is tuned or preset to the code selected on the main console. This is a personal security code which you set, and you can change any time you like. Basically, the system works like this. If a door or window equipped with a sensor and transmitter is breached, a signal is broadcast to the main console, which in turn emits a piercing 105 dB alarm. If you purchase an exterior horn, that same signal could activate the horn on the outside of your house, and there's a separate outlet that can turn on strategic lights or other noise-emitting devices, such as a radio or tape recorder. The external horn is connected by means of these 2 terminal screws on the back of the console. Remember, this will sound at the same time as all other devices are activated, alerting the entire neighborhood, not to mention any passing patrol cars. But perhaps more importantly, it lets the burglar know that everyone within earshot is probably calling the 911 number. If you have selected the AC-powered alarm outlet as well, lights will also go on, or whatever you've plugged into the console, all of which amplifies the impact of the alarm. Stop and think about it for a minute. If you were breaking into a house and all of that happened at once, would you stick around? But what happens when it's you coming home after an evening out? If you are in the away mode and have selected the timed outlet on the main console, when you open the door, you'll be greeted with a welcome light and an audible reminder to deactivate the system within 12 seconds. If, however, you want to maintain the instantaneous alert capability of the system, you may use the night mode and the remote reset transmitter, which lets you reset your AmGuard system as you enter your home. Keep in mind, you will have to press the button just as the alarm begins to sound. And the broadcast technology employed by AmGuard gives you another important capability, the remote alert transmitter or panic button. This lets you activate your alarm system from anywhere inside or outside your home. In all but the test mode, the panic button will set off the alarm instantly, no matter which other mode you have selected, even if the system is off. Not only extra protection from burglars, but an emergency alerting system as well. Now let's suppose you're away for a few days and someone tries to break in. The alarm goes off, the external horn is blasting the neighborhood, lights come on in the house, and the tape recorder begins playing a recreation of World War II with the original cast. Does it just continue until you get back next week? Nope. The AmGuard people have covered that one too. The console will reset itself automatically after about 4.5 minutes. As a matter of fact, it seems as though the AmGuard people have thought of everything. Let's check and see. There is battery backup in the main console, and each transmitter is battery operated. That means that a power failure won't disable your alarm. Neither will a smart burglar who cuts the power to your home. Alarm intensities can be set to 2 different levels, from notice me to stun. And the outside speaker can be switched off when you're home and on when you're away. The system is expandable. In fact, it will accept an almost limitless number of additional sensors and transmitters. You can also expand your system to include an infrared area protector which detects intruders by sensing their body heat, or a glass break module which senses glass breakage and activates the alarm. Or add a smoke detector perimeter alarm interface which listens for the smoke detector's alarm and then activates the perimeter alarm horns, letting neighbors know that something is wrong in your home. With all of that, the operation of the system is easy and explicit. You set the operational mode you desire, and the LED indicator lights show you each system function. Power supply, armed, battery test, and an alerted LED to let you know if a break-in was attempted. In the test mode, you can verify that the annunciators, the loudspeakers, and the transmitters are fully operational without setting off the full alarm. Set to the away mode when you're leaving the house, the system will now give you 45 seconds to leave the premises before the full alarm and reset functions lock in, and 12 seconds to shut the system off when you return. In the night mode, when the family is tucked in for the night, the system is set to emit the full alarm sound immediately. In its day mode, you still have protection, but the sound emitted is a tone that simply makes you aware that someone has entered or left the house, usually the kids or some other family member. This is especially handy if you have very small children who might figure out how to open a door when you don't want them to. If someone is ill in the house or too old to call for help, the day mode and the remote reset button may be used to give you an obtrusive but gentle signal if assistance is needed. And remember, even in the off mode, the panic button will activate the system, emitting the full alarm, even though in this mode all annunciators and transmitters are otherwise deactivated. It certainly seems to us they've thought of everything. Remote alert transmitters, panic buttons, extra sensors, extra fixed transmitters, any number of them, an external horn, and other accessories. And did we mention, when several door and windows are adjacent to each other, you can actually link their sensors to a single transmitter? This is a more cost-efficient use of the transmitter. They've even considered the fact that you might like some ventilation in your home while still maintaining your security. Extra sensor magnets can be placed in the windows to allow room for air, but not for intruders. The AmGuard perimeter alarm system is unique in several ways. It is fully automatic with instant or delayed activation of lights and horns, indoors or out. It comes as a complete package. You don't have to purchase batteries or wires additionally. It is super simple. One control knob does it all. Even the installation is simple, with a cassette included that covers all installation requirements. Furthermore, since you are not tied to wires, you can take your AmGuard system with you wherever you move, and since it's backed by Amway, that means anywhere. And there may be other benefits as well, such as lower insurance premiums, and the extra peace of mind is no small item. But one of the nicest things about it is you can afford it. AmGuard performance is the equal of systems costing 2 to 3 times as much, and it costs a lot less than the average burglary. AmGuard Perimeter Alarm provides reliable quality protection for any size home or apartment. With a 100% unconditional guarantee, a hotline for toll-free installation and maintenance service, a 5-year service warranty, plus a loaner program if your system ever fails. Even the burglars would agree. AmGuard is the wise choice.